So hello everyone. In the previous video, I've discussed two questions in array in which in one question you have to take value of the elements from the in using array from the user, and then also you have to print it. And in the second question, I have discussed how you can find the smallest element in an array and also its position. Okay, so similar to that, there is if you want to find the largest element in the array, the same concept will be applied what which is applied in smallest element. That is, we have to first declare. This is a simple logic. There are other many logics, but this is the most simple logic in for finding the largest and smallest number. First, you have to declare the value of first index as the largest or smallest number. Okay, then you have to check using for loop at each and every element of the array that whether any element is either small or greater than that particular number, depending on the condition you are finding the smallest number or the largest number. And then you have to print that number as the small or the large variable and print the value of index, or you can say the position of that element in the array as the position. Okay, so similar to that, the largest element can be found, but I know some of you may have doubts, so I will write it program too, and I will clear all the concept regarding that. Okay, so let's start with the first question, that is to find the largest element in the array. Okay, and in the second question, you have to interchange the largest element number and the smallest element. You have to interchange the value of these two elements. Okay, so I will come to that point too in this video. So this is the main agenda of this video. I will discuss two questions: largest element in the array, how you can find, and to swap the two values of the largest element and another of the smallest element. Okay, so let's start with the basic coding on C language, that is hash include stdio.h and hash include conio.h. Okay, so the main header files are written. Okay, so let's start with the data type, that is in data type I for using for loop, and the size of the array, and then the array name as arr, and 20 is the default size of the array. Okay, and to find the largest number, large variable is used, and to find the position of that largest number, pos large is used. Okay, so here it is better if you use the underscore in this variable. Okay, now you have to take value from the user, the size of the array, enter the size of the array. Okay, after taking the size of array using scanf2, percentage that is the formatted specifier for int type, and then you have to take values from the user, enter the elements, that is the elements of the array. Then using for loop, you can take all the values one by user, percent %d, and then and the name of the array is arr, and the size will be I. Okay, so let's start with the basic now main logic. What is the main logic here? So I if anyone doesn't see my previous video about how you can find the smallest number, so here it is the logic similar to that. Firstly, we have to declare that the large large variable is equal to the element of zeroth index. Okay, and then the position will already be 0. Okay, then we have to use for loop, and in for loop we will check that in any value of the array there is some value present or not that is greater than the value of first index. Okay, so here it can be written that arri is greater than first index value, that is large, and then if there is present any value, then it will interchange that particular value. Okay, arr I, large is equal to arr I, and position will be I. Okay, and at last we can print and show the value to the user, and for position this is for position and this is for the largest number. Okay, similar to that we will do in this coding section. Firstly, we have to declare that the first number in the zeroth index is the largest number. Okay, so large is equal to arr 0, and then position will be 0. Now to check each and every element in an array, we will use for loop I plus plus. Then using if statement, we will check that whether any number or element in an array is greater than that first index value or not. Okay, that is the largest we have supposed. Okay, I hope you understanding my concept. If ARR I is greater than, in the previous video for finding the smallest number I have used small than, because we have to check that which one is the least element, that is the smallest element, and for the smallest element less than symbol is used. And in this video, in this question, we have to find the largest element, and for finding the largest element greater than symbol will be used. Okay, so here are I, and the name of the variable is large. Okay, and then you have to interchange the value, that is large is equal to a or I, and the position will equal to I. Okay, after that, yeah, okay, after that you can show the value to the user by using printf. The largest element in the array is percentage d. Percent d is used because the data type being used over here is in data type, and for in data type the formatted is specified percent d is already used, always used. Okay, and the large variable will be used. Then to show the position of that particular value in the array, the pos variable will be used. Largest element present in percent d position. Okay, and that percent d position is declared by the variable name pos, and at last return 0. And let's go to the execute section. In execute, we will first compile using F9. The name, any name, largest of array, which you can declare as per your own condition. POS is equal to 0. Here the variable name which I have used is POS large. Okay, and I have used POS just. Okay, so this is the error. Not much many big error, just we have to delete that value, that is edit that variable name pos. Now again we go to the execute option, compile, and you can see that there is no errors. Now we can F10, that is run. Enter the size of the array. I write the size of the array is 5. Okay, enter the elements of the array. First element of the array is 7, second is 4, third is 9, fourth is 2, and the fifth one is 3. Okay, so you can see that the largest element in the array is 9, which is most common. 7, 4, 9, 2, 3. Out of all these 5 elements, 9 is the largest element, and which is clearly shown in the output stream. So it means that the code is very rightly inputted. Okay, so the largest element in the array is 9. The largest element present in second position. Okay, you can clearly say this is in 0th position, 0th index. This is in first position, this is in second position, this is third position, this is in fourth position. So in second position, 9, that is the largest element present in the array. So it is rightly coded, and this is the code. Okay, so let's move to the next question, that is we have to swap the values of the largest element and the smallest element. Okay, so this is not much any big theory applying over here. This is similar. For example, if there are two numbers, okay, a and b, and a is equal to 5, a is equal to 5, and b is equal to 7. Okay, and you have to swap the values, that is in the output screen much, so that a is equal to 7 and b is equal to 5. Okay, so for that you can, we have very logic over here, that you can use any third variable, that is temp or any variable name, c b d, any variable name which you can use as a third party. Okay, so what we'll use in that if we declared any variable name such as temp, then we can declare a is equal to, we can declare temp is equal to a. Okay, the value of a will be firstly stored in a, so the value of, so in the variable a, the value is vacant over here. Okay, so now for vacant place, you can add the value as b is equal to a, sorry, a is equal to b. So the value of b will now be stored in the in a, because the value of A is already stored in temp, so the A is vacant, and that place of vacancy is filled by the value of B. So now B is vacant. Okay, so now you can fill the value of B as temp. Okay, so the value of A first stored in temp, then A is vacant. Now the value of B is stored in A, now B is vacant, and then again the temp value, that is the value of A, is stored in B. So now A will be equal to 7 and B will be equal to 5. Okay, I will clear this concept more on the coding section. I am just explaining the logic over here. Okay, so this is the first logic, that you can use a temp variable, okay, or in third party variable to swap the two numbers. Okay, this is about swapping two numbers. And the second condition is that, for example, if there is this is the same concept, that is two variables A and B. So you can use these concepts, you can use these statements to swap the two numbers, that is A is equal to A plus B. Okay, okay, and B is equal to A minus B. Okay, and then again A is equal to A minus B. Okay, so what we'll done over here, that the value of A and B will be added, that is 7 plus 5. So 7 plus 5 will be 12, and the value of 12 will be stored in A. Okay, now the value of A is 12. Okay, so B is equal to A minus B. So 12 minus 5 will equal to 7. So the value of B is now 7. Okay, that is the value of A. The value of A is 7, and now the value of B is already also 7. Okay, so now the value of B is 7. Okay, and the value of A is what? A is already 12, because A is equal to A plus B, that is 7 plus 5 is equal to 12. And now A is equal to 12 minus what? B, and the value of B is what? 12 minus 5, that is 7. So 12 minus 7 is equal to 5. So now you can clearly say that the value of A will be equal to 5, okay, and the value of B will be equal to 7. So this is the second approach, or you can say that this is the second logic to swap the two numbers, okay, without using any third variable. Okay, so let's apply this concept in this coding section. Okay, this will be the same code, and I will made some small changes over here. To firstly, you can say that in this code the largest element is already found, and now we can find the smallest element too. Okay, using same concept, and in the same concept I have discussed in the previous video. If you haven't watched it yet, go and please watch it, because this is must watch, because without watching that video you are not going to learn this concept. Okay, so let's watch each and every video in the playlist. Okay, so moving to this part, you have to find the smallest element too, using this concept already. Okay, and after finding this largest element and the smallest element, okay, this largest and the smallest element, you can swap these two values to interchange the value of the largest element in the array and the smallest element in the array. Okay, so let's declare the variable name small and pos S. Okay, so POSS is for POS small, that is position of small, and POSL is for position of L, that is position of largest number position. Okay, so I have to make some small changes, that is POSL is equal to 0, POSL is equal to I, and POSL will be shown in the output screen. Okay, so this code is all about to find the largest element, and after the largest element I will write some more code over here, that small is equal to ARR 0. Okay, and the position will be 0, and POSS will be used because POSS is the variable of to denote the position of the smallest number in an array, and POSS, then we will again check at each and every value of the array, which similarly to that we will use for loop again and if condition again to check the smallest number, which I have already discussed in the previous video. I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. Okay, now going to the if condition. In if condition you will use error I and less than equal to, sorry, not equal to, less than, and in less than section you just, if there is any value present, that is small is equal to ARR 0, the smallest, we have supposed that the first index is the smallest element. Okay, is the smallest element, and if any number present, if there is any number present in the whole array, okay, from 0 to n minus 1, if there is any number from 0 to n minus 1. If there is any number present, it will interchange the values between each other. Okay, so small will be equal to ARR I, and the position will be equal to I. POSS will be used because POS is the address, the variable name for denoting the position of the smallest number in an array. And at last we will print the value that the smallest number in the array is %d, because %d is the formatted specifier for int data type and small variable is declared. Again, printf slash n, the position of the smallest number in the array is %d. Okay, and that POSS will be used because POSS is the variable name for denoting the position of the smallest element in the array. Okay, so this code is filled with the line syntax of codes to find out the smallest element and the largest element. Now the main question is to swap. So this same concept will be used over here. So we have two options. That is, first we can declare any third variable, that is temp, and to interchange in using this concept. And the second is we can use this concept. Okay, so I will be gonna use this second concept. Okay, this depends upon your choice. Okay, so let's interchange the value. Large is equal to large plus small. Okay, and then small will be equal to large minus small. Okay, and the small will again equal to large minus small. Okay, so at last you can write printf slash n, the largest value in the array is %d, and that large value is the similar variable that is large. And again, printf slash n, the smallest value in the array is %d, and that smallest value is the small variable. Now this code is completed, and at last you can go to the execute section. Okay, so let's go to the execute section, and just we have to compile using F9. There is no errors and warnings, you can see that. Now we can go to the run section, and run section we are required to write the size of the array. So let the size of this array be 6, and then enter the elements of the array like 45, 34, 98, 12, 32, and 332. Okay, so you can clearly see that the largest element in the array is 332. Okay, the largest element present in fifth position. You can clearly see that 45 number which is present in the 0th index. Okay, 34 is present in the first index, 98 is present in the second index, 12 is present in the fourth index, 32 is present in the fifth index, and 3 and 32 is the present in the last position, that is fifth index. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and this is the fifth index. Okay, so in the fifth position, the largest element, that is 332, is present. The smallest number in the array is 12. Here you can clearly see that the smallest element is 12, and the position of the smallest number in the array is 3. So that is 45 present is 0, 1, 2, and the third position is filled with the smallest element, that is 12. Okay, and the largest value in the array is 12. Now after swapping these two values, using these statements, you can clearly see that after swapping these two values, again we have to write elements. You can clearly see that the largest element in the array is 44. The largest element is in third position, 44, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is the third position in which 44 is present, that is the largest element in the array. The smallest number in the array is 3, that is present in the fourth index. Okay, the position of the smallest number in the array is 4. The largest value in the array is 3. Now after swapping these values, that is here the largest element is 44. Okay, and the smallest is 3. But after swapping these two values, that is the largest smallest value in an array, okay, so the largest value now is 3, which was previously the smallest number. Okay, smallest value in the array, and now the smallest value in the array is 44, which was previously the largest number. Okay, so I hope you like this video. This is all about this section. This is the third part of the array series, and more will be coming soon. So I hope you like this video. Do share, subscribe, and like the channel if you haven't done it yet. So okay guys, let's meet in the next video. Have a good day. Thank you very much.